From pre-noahidic flood I draw my innate strength. I'm one and the same with the night. The sense of clarity to me is day to light. Far from one and the same. There's bitterness on wooden spoon. Yet that's not who I am. And that is far behind body to mind. I hear babies cry. I see them glow, and I know they're all bound to know more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, where is it that I go? Separated from the flock, growing 190, one sock, counting one by one the city lights, puffing marble lights. I walk to and from a place with no name, unifying in meaning, equal and the same. Darkness of ice, no shame. Sunlight projects an eternal flame. I ask, is it truly shofar, or just the saxophone? I ask, do I have this title on my shelf? I ask, worship nature itself like I do need some help. I ask, what is that man that does all by himself? May choose to feed me now and then, as if power and love are distinct things. And say to yourself, yet strength and love are one and the same. And then you may understand that for people to understand and to speak is the same. That for people to understand and to speak is one and the same.
Word up, Wu-Tang in the house, so man. Peace. They can feel the vibe. And that's word up, Wu-Tang in the house, so man. Word up, Wu-Tang in the house, so man. Something is music that you gotta touch and feel, you know what I'm saying? And I think they can feel the vibe. And that's word up, Wu-Tang in the house, so man. Something is music that you gotta touch and feel, you know what I'm saying? And I think word up, Wu-Tang in the house, so man.
Thank you, Paul.
Peace. Word up, Wu-Tang in the house, so man. Something is music that you gotta touch and feel, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Paul.
Peace. You know, the realness, you know, when they can feel the vibe. And I think they can feel the vibe. And I think that comes across well in the video. You know, the realness, you know, when they can feel the vibe. And I think hip-hop, that's what I'm telling a lot of people, a lot of record promoters, and a lot of bodies. I haven't seen that live yet. I'm waiting for the chance. But I'm pretty sure that's probably what it's like. You know, you're probably really getting to it. And they can hear it. I guess they hear it in the voices when they're saying the rhymes.
Touch your neck, baby.
Respect due, Paul.
Peace.
You know, the realness, you know, when they can feel the vibe. And I think they can feel the vibe. And I think they hear it in the voices when they're saying the rhymes. They can feel the vibe. And I think hear it in the voices when they're saying the rhymes. You know, it's something, it's music that you gotta touch and feel.
Touch your neck, baby. Touch your neck, baby.
Respect due, Paul.
Peace.
Word up, Wu-Tang in the house, so man, a lot of people in here, I guess they could, you know, feel, you know, the realness, you know, when they could feel the vibe. And I think hip hop, that's what I've been telling a lot of people, and a lot of record promoters, and a lot of, you know, a lot of artists. I mean, it's like, you know, it's something, it's music that you gotta touch and feel, you know what I'm saying? And I think that comes across well in the video. I think probably, I haven't seen y'all live, music that you gotta touch and feel, you know what I'm saying? And I'm waiting for the chance. that you gotta touch and feel, you know what I'm saying? Music that you gotta touch and feel, you know what I'm saying? Music that you gotta touch and feel, you know what I'm saying? Music that you gotta touch and feel, you know what I'm saying? Body, I haven't seen your live. Music that you gotta touch and feel, you know what I'm saying? And yet I'm waiting for the chance.
Whoa, protect your neck, baby.
Word up, Wu-Tang in the house, so man.
Peace.
Word up. Music that you gotta touch and feel. Wu-Tang in the house, so man. Music that you gotta touch and feel.
Peace.
Word up. Music that you gotta touch and feel.
Peace.
Word up. Wu-Tang in the house, so man.
Peace.
They can feel the vibe, and that's word up. Music that you gotta touch, you know, the realness. Word up. Music that you gotta touch.